So fortunately, Bitcoin seems to be breaking out of its sideways trend that it's been in for a little while. It sits just below $50,000 at the time of this recording. By the time you're watching this video, it may already be above $50,000. And here's the thing. When BTC does well, the rest of the market tends to follow. And you can use this to your advantage. You can add as much as $10,000 to your portfolio without actually adding in additional liquidity or capital, because instead you can just already use your deployed capital and make that work for you in times like these. In our dedicated Altcoin Buzz Alpha group, we break down how you can do this in meticulous detail. This really is our flagship service. You can be a part of this as well. And this video right now is basically like a sneak peek to that service, which is a paid service. And currently we're focusing on the DPIN, the RWA, that's real world assets, and AI narratives especially, which have been hot for some time and just honestly continue to keep expanding. It's really about doing the legwork and finding the best projects within these categories, because these narratives in particular that I just mentioned, they're going to continue to explode in this bull run. But there are also other narratives making waves, some of which are more obscure. And so it's probably a good idea to look into infrastructure projects. They are fundamentally some of the strongest projects in all of crypto, and also have some of the lowest risk because statistically they are the less likely to fail. So many other projects are dependent on them. Welcome to the channel. My name is Maddie and this is Altcoin Buzz. Best of luck as always if you choose to invest. Just remember, I'm not a financial or investment advisor, and so by extension, this video is not official financial or investment advice. Listen up if you're watching this as an American, because I'm talking to you. Because we've actually found an exchange that offers you the best of both worlds. Want to trade spot markets on over 400 trading pairs and without KYC? Yeah, you can. Want to trade perpetuals markets on over 150 trading pairs with KYC that accepts Americans, by the way, Canadians too? Yeah, you can also do that. The only exchange we've seen in the market that lets you do both simple spot trading without KYC and perps trading with KYC that Americans can use is BYDFi. And along with the great fees and almost no slippage on trade orders, you also get up to $8,698 in bonuses just for trying BYDFi. And then in addition, you also get our flagship Altcoin Buzz Alpha service totally free for 1 month. And you can check out BYDFi today by clicking the link in either the description of this video or the pinned comment below. Let's begin here with a discussion of the DYM Airdrop, because really there are two events that recently took place that are important. I want to cover them. Number one, the Dimension Airdrop. I just mentioned that. The Alpha Group received an 800 DYM token drop worth $5,000, which is a pretty nice payday if in exchange for that very valuable information, you paid only $15 per month for the Alpha service. And then the second major event that took place recently was EigenLayer unpaused its restaking for a little while. Now it has over 2.45 million ETH restaked. Okay, so why do I mention these two events? Why are they really of any significance or importance? Well, there's actually a connection between the two. I'm going to show you what it is right now. I just mentioned how Alpha members were able to get the 800 DYM airdrop, and you could be eligible really by using various chains. However, Alpha's main reason for qualifying was very simple, and that was staking Atom, ATOM. That was our initial investment, and we made it work for us. And you could get DYM by using Arbitrum, Optimism, Base, and Blast as well, and by staking Atom, TIA, or Osmo, OSMO, in the Cosmos ecosystem. Hold 1 SOL, SOL, or more over various protocols, and using Drip House was another option to qualify. Or you could have been a holder of the Pudgy Penguins, the Mad Lads, Tensorians, or Bad Kids NFT collections. Bad Kids is shown here, of course. And so, like I said, Alpha members qualified for staking Atom, TIA, and using Drip House. And depending on the price of DYM, that allocation is worth anywhere between $5,000 and $6,000. Okay, now it's time to connect some dots. Stake Atom, and you received the TIA airdrop. Stake TIA, and you got the DYM airdrop. Liquid stake TIA on Milky Way and get Milk TIA. Lend out your Milk TIA on the Demex exchange and get the Demex airdrop. Then stake DYM and you're going to receive the Prism airdrop, PRYZM. And this did not cost anything since we had the initial investment of 150 Atom in place. Everything just snowballs from there. Let's now discuss the common denominator between the DYM airdrop and EigenLayer. So currently, the TIA and DYM prices are pretty good. There's more room for growth to be sure, but price-wise, they're doing okay. However, if we look at their tokenomics, we can also see that they're overvalued. I'm not saying that you should be selling right now, certainly not until the end of the year, because their respective prices are still fine. There are no major token unlocks really until we get to October, so fall of 2024. That's when TIA has its first major token unlock. It's mostly funded by VCs, venture capitalists, and therefore this is going to be their first major opportunity to sell. In other words, there's likely going to be a massive token drop on the market. On the other hand, a $7 billion FDV, that's fully diluted valuation for DYM, is also not sustainable, especially for a new token. I'm just being candid. But now there's a new kid on the block. We've been covering this phenomenon lately. It's called restaking. And if you already own ETH, you can make that work for you quite easily, actually, just like how alpha members made Atom work. And that is the common denominator. You use funds that you already have, funds like Atom and ETH. There is no need for new investments, no need for an injection of new capital or liquidity. And by restaking ETH, you could earn the alt layer or ALT airdrop. And that's akin to how staking Atom was able to get alpha members the TIA airdrop. EigenLayer is the restaking protocol that really started this whole narrative. However, what you want to do is to restake your ETH on other platforms. And some recommendations, for example, would include Swell, Renzo, Kelp, or if you prefer, Ether.fi. By doing this, you also qualify for the airdrops of these corresponding protocols. Therefore, both AltLayer and Dimension do have one thing in common. They're both roll-apps, and these roll-apps help users deploy apps with specific business logic or capability. And another feature that makes roll-apps pretty interesting at the moment is that these roll-apps do not compete for block space. They only produce blocks whenever needed. That is, in contrast to other blockchains, they produce blocks at constant and predetermined intervals. So in other words, AltLayer is an alternative to Atom, DYM, and the Cosmos ecosystem, but in this case, especially to DYM. And so therefore, restaking is definitely going to continue to be a major narrative this year in 2024 and beyond. It is a new and innovative concept. However, it's not without its potential drawbacks. It should be mentioned, and we're going to take a look at those right now. So here are some potential restaking risks that you ought to be aware of. Number one is slashing, because you can end up with slashing penalties from two sides, from ETH, but also from actively validated services, or AVSs. These are sidechains, new virtual machines, or Oracle networks, and they need their own validation services. There's also what's known as yield risk. EigenLayer aims to help protocols in leveraging Ethereum for security. However, restakers may choose to go where the highest yield resides. They may see this as a quick and easily leveraged financial product. And this can impact the L1 network, of course. There's also centralization and collusion risks. I actually explained this in greater detail in a related video. Check that one out if you haven't already. There's also lack of liquidity because you both stake ETH and the LSTs. And of course, there's also EigenLayer smart contract risk. So look, in short, you leverage a token that's already susceptible to risks inherent in staking. There are overlaying extra risks as well, and these result in layered vulnerabilities, unfortunately. And further development of primitives atop this framework would introduce heightened complexity. So hopefully that is useful to you. That knowledge is beneficial. These are just some quick and easy tips, very exemplary of the kind of stuff that we focus on in Altcoin Buzz Alpha. If it can make you thousands of dollars based on all the great calls that we've made historically and some of the opportunities that we've alerted our members to, I think it's safe to say that the value is pretty good. Like I said, if you sign up for 1 year, you get 1 month free. It's only $15 per month. You can check it out by clicking the link for more information. You can find those in both the description of this video and the pinned comment below. Altcoin Buzz Alpha is proud to say that we now have a winning portfolio spread among different sectors. And additionally, we're also very well positioned to get into good IDOs. And if you're into passive income and airdrops, just check out the number that we've received until now. Add to that the original TIA airdrop and all the others that are upcoming. We've achieved this by giving several deeply researched and diversified calls. Just check out some of these numbers from December 2023, last month. And right now, the plan moving forward is to reallocate profits to low caps, to diversify into new segments, to keep getting bigger and better airdrops, to catch the latest trends like Bitcoin and Linea inscriptions, and to dollar cost average during market flushes. We just recently introduced a yearly subscription to Patreon, and you can take advantage of that because if you subscribe to that yearly plan for a limited time, you get 1 month's membership completely free. Check us out by clicking on the link in the description of this video and the pinned comment below.